Welcome everyone to the Hybrid Universe. This is episode 6. Here we have a quick look at tonight's match card. All the singles matches tonight will be towards the King of the Ring tournament. If you don't remember or haven't listened yet to the video where I describe the stipulations and how we're going to be running it, please jump over to the Hybrid Universe page and watch the video. I have it tagged right at the very top of the page, so it's always right there as a reminder. And tonight, as always, we are live from Boston, Massachusetts, folks, the greatest city on earth.
Congratulations, Tommy Wolf, against your match versus Riley Saint. He's a tough individual. Maybe you won't be so lucky if you were to put that strap on the line against me. If you want, I welcome Menage a Trois as well. See you soon, Wolf.
Apparently, Mr. Brute Pain wants to get involved and make a menage a trois, as he refers to it, as he wants to get in that hardcore title shot. Riley Saint and Tommy Hunter, or Tommy Wolf rather, our hardcore champion, have been mixing it up at the top of that division, but it looks like Brute Pain wants to insert himself in there. And speaking of inserting himself, it looks like Gabriel Cross right there inserting his dominance as he throws a right hook, knocking Damian Gage off the apron, and then he goes right back after Sinister. Damian and Sinister are tag team champions here in HWA. They're taking on Gabriel Cross and Ace. They make up the grind, and on the outside is their sort of manager, or at least their singles competitor, Danny Diamond, as he stands down on ringside there, sort of keeping an eye on things and encouraging. Oh, a cutter out of nowhere! Ace delivers a cutter onto Sinister. Didn't look like it had much of a
host.
What?
Your host is here.
What is?
What do you think's going on? I always show up here.
Really? Clearance?
Really?
I thought I had that truck taken away. That com van has been great.
I bought my own and tapped into your feed.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here as always there, Mr. Townsend.
Oh boy, and looks like the Wolf Lair wants tag team titles now.
Wolf Lair, well, they're tag team champions all over the damn world. They, could at any point come in there and take the titles off any other team that there is. They're probably one of the most decorated tag team in probably EFED history, to be honest.
You know what else they are? Old news.
Old news. They're still very much in their prime, not quite as dominant as they have been in the past, perhaps, but still winning everywhere they go. And James from CSWA, thank you for checking in. I know you had yourself, as you do with most people, have a few issues with Mr. Sargent from over there, I hear.
A few.
To say the least. Damian Gage now tagging his brother back in. Sinister coming in. And Ace also tags his partner. Gabriel is the one sprinting across from his corner, delivering a high kick to the face of Sinister. This is a non-title match here, but Gabriel Cross knows that this could mean, if they can beat the champions, that would catapult them at least close to the top of that tag division. Give him a shot to get those titles here. Ah, your client. That's why Ryan's not here yet. We were kind of worried. Ryan Steele has a match tonight in this tournament, but he wasn't at the arena last time I checked. Apparently he made his debut over at CSWA earlier today. How is he supposed to fight in 2 grueling matches in one day? I don't see things looking very good for Mr. Steele tonight.
Ryan Steele has endurance unlike anyone else in this company, okay? Like, I'm not worried about it. That was earlier today. He's already back to 100%, and I know he's gonna do it here tonight. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, James Sargent, he recognizes talent when he sees it, and the talent around here is Ryan Steele. And you know, I'm glad that he signed Ryan Steele, because now he can make his promotion better.
You know, Ryan Steele is definitely a very talented man. I can't deny that fact. But, you know, since we're talking about Steele now, and he does have a match tonight, but that's not what I'm getting into. I've got reports that haven't been officially dropped yet, saying that that young man, I can't even remember his name, Longhorn Jim, basically his career was limited to just one match. He's got to be forced to retire from professional wrestling. The chair shots actually cracked the skull open on, I believe it was episode 5.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Bled all over the place. You can still see on the apron here on the bottom of the screen, there are still some stains from Longhorn Jim that they weren't able to get out of that apron. They're going to have to sort of replace that.
Well,
But,
you know, I mean, Longhorn Jim shouldn't have gotten our way, and now his career's over. So hopefully he's learned his lesson while he's rotting in the emergency room, hopefully as painful as possible. I have no remorse for what I did. No remorse whatsoever.
Well, because of that, we're forced to, well, not, I can't say forced. We've decided as a company to pay the rest of Jim's, I believe, 18-month contract to his family and to help out with medical bills, and in which some of those fees will be coming out of Mr. Steele's paychecks. Just
oh,
so you
Ryan
know.
Steele ain't gonna like this.
The Inglorious Bastards pick up a win. Ace dove in, trying to break up the pin. I thought he had it in time, but the referee says that he hit 3 times, and the Inglorious Bastards, here's a replay of it. You can see Ace diving in the hand, tapping the mat just before Ace can break up that pin. Good look, and the tag team champions still running roughshod through this division here at HWA. We get a look now. I think whatever you're doing, Mr. Townsend, you've interrupted the audio, and now we got no feed for the entrance music for Louis C. here. What did you do in that truck?
Ah, crap, I pressed the wrong button.
You totally shut off Louis C.'s entrance music. You can see
It's just Louis C. It's not the end of the world.
Louis C. is one of the greatest of all time. This says it right on the back of his shirt here.
Well, I mean, anyone can put the words greatest of all time on the back of their shirt. I mean, it's not that hard to do.
I don't know if Ryan Steele has ever faced Louis C., but that could happen here if Louis gets past Konnor Omega here in this first round matchup in the tournament. Again, this one-on-one matchup makes the very first match in this King of the Ring tournament. I don't think we've seen Konnor Omega in singles action yet here, so to get a good look at this guy.
You act as if that's a bad thing.
He's a very highly sought-after prospect.
Well, yes, he's a former APW Deception World Champion.
And this is only his first or second year in professional wrestling, too.
You were a former, I mean, he couldn't beat DTM.
Well, a lot of people can't beat DTM.
Now he's going around with the gas mask.
Tying things up here. We've got a little battle for leverage going on here in the middle of the ring. A little arm bar. Spins it. Oh, Konnor brings him down. Gets him in a little arm lock. Lewis face down. Rolls out of it. Both men back standing now as they tie up again here in the middle. A little side headlock from Omega. Lewis C pushes him in the ropes. Slings him across to the other side. Leaps for a drop kick. But Omega sideswipes it. Pushing Lewis C to the floor. Both men still going back and forth. No one any other. Oh, Lewis C. A belly-to-belly suplex there. Getting ready to say that no one was able to establish any sort of rhythm here. But Lewis C. seems to be taking charge now. Lewis going for a very quick pin here early on. A couple little belly-to-belly suplexes aren't going to wear Omega. There's a little round and round. Looks like they were trying to see who's going to get a leg up on the other. And it looks like Omega has. He's dragging the eyes of Lewis C. across that top golden rope. Lewis C. with probably the most perfect arm drag I have ever seen in my life. That's textbook. You don't see the likes of Ryan Steele pulling off perfect moves like that.
And everyone says I'm obsessed with Ryan Steele. Good Lord, man.
He definitely makes an impression on you.
Well, I mean, he is my star client for a reason.
Omega delivers a couple forearm shots. Lewis C. shrugged them off at first, but then he just gets overwhelmed here. Konnor now climbing to the top ropes and all the way down, dropping the knees across the chest. Konnor looking like Santa Claus coming down the chimney to deliver the presents. Lewis C. not very happy with what he got for a gift, though.
I mean, he's not the only guy around here that looks like Santa Claus. Haven't you seen yourself in the mirror lately?
I don't even have a beard. Thank you very much.
I mean, you're about as old as him, though.
Nicole? Nicole? What the hell is Nicole? Do you have Nicole?
I don't have Nicole. Who's Nicole?
She is our new producer. She can't do a whole lot.
She the one that messed with the new video and audio settings around here?
Possibly. She's
Well,
supposed to be figuring out a way to cut off your audio feed.
Well, you know, that ain't gonna happen.
Lewis C. now goes through a drop kick. Omega catches him, slams him down. He's all fired up, feeling it. Look at the little shuffle of confidence in the middle of the ring. He's going to need that confidence. Hopefully he doesn't go a little too overboard against a veteran like Lewis C. here. You get a little too cocky, a little too arrogant. Lewis can take advantage of that and find it any little opening, any little weakness, and put an end to your night real quick.
Well, one thing Lewis has over Konnor is experience.
He definitely does have a lot of experience. Most of his career, he's basically been in the same 2 to 3 E-Feds, which, he's become a legend in them. So here in Hybrid, the reason why we took on the name Hybrid is that we take talent from all these different territories that most people don't get a chance to see every day. Our scouts doing a great job at putting all of them together on one big stage here. Lots of potential for future dream matches with the roster that we've built. And speaking of dreams, Konnor delivers It looked like I couldn't tell if he got him in the face or the chest, but whatever it was, puts Louis C down. Konnor Omega with a huge upset, taking out Louis C in the first round here. This single elimination King of the Ring tournament. Louis C is eliminated by Konnor Omega.
Well,
a rookie.
This is as far as Konnor Omega is going to get in this. I don't see him going any further.
I guess we'll see, right?
Well, I mean, I have two people.
You do? You have two people in matches tonight, as a matter of fact.
Ryan Steele and Jacob Cole, and of course with Jacob Cole, I've got a little bit of surprise for everyone. My fiancée, Victoria Emerson, appears to come along.
No, she finally decided to show her face around here.
Mm-hmm. She wanted a first-hand look at, the guys I manage.
All right. I've heard that she wanted a first-hand look at Devil Dog. That's the rumor going around.
Well, that's definitely not true. That is fake news, and I guess you're getting your information from the National Enquirer.
Something like that, as we got our heavyweight champion now. As I mentioned, if you watch the video, every single singles competitor, champions or not, are part of this tournament. So figure if Gorilla Cruz wins this tournament to become the King of the Ring. He's now holding the title, but if he loses it, he can put in for his rematch, and if he loses that, he can still re-challenge as many times as we have pay-per-views throughout the full year. So we could see potentially Gorilla Cruz just dominating HWA, basically. No one would have a shot at taking it if he ends up winning this crown.
Well, I don't see that honestly happening, so I wouldn't, worry about it until time comes, which I don't think is going to come, because Gorilla Cruz is not as good as any of my men, so that's not going to happen.
Well, I'm sure that at some point in this tournament we will get to test that theory.
What I'm hoping for O'Connor's new boy, Nick Bruiser, is that his name? To move ahead and...
That is Nick Bruiser.
Hopefully square off against either Jacob Cole or Ryan Steele, so I can, walk over to O'Connor and slap the taste out of his mouth after the smart-ass remarks he made about me.
Well, that's something that I would be interested in seeing. So I heard that you actually... Where was it? In CSWA, you actually suited up, laced up the boots, and took on Sander Cool.
That was in NGW, not CSWA.
Okay. What a vicious... Gorilla Cruz had Carter by the neck, taking him down, and before he could land, Gorilla delivered a headbutt to the face, catching Carter basically right in the chops with that big dome of Cruz's.
Oh, well, not only that, SBJ, just back on that topic, not only am I doing that in NGW, but I've just signed a contract to do it in APW Deception, ran by Joe Rivers.
I'm very familiar with APW. That's the home of Ricky Armstrong. He's doing a lot of work behind the scenes with Ricky over the years.
Well, I mean, they just came off of one of their pay-per-views, and I kid you not, it was literally in hell. Like, I wish I was joking, but it wasn't.
I've seen something else happen like that over in one of the lit pay-per-views recently. I don't know if you're familiar with Cruella, but Cruella actually takes on men, women, whoever in the ring, and she actually dragged... This is... am I allowed to say this on national television?
I heard you don't have the guts.
Nicole? Oh, I can. It's a name. Okay. So she actually took on the Dick, brought him to hell. But the dick was just too much from Miss Cruella and ended up picking up a win over her.
Okay, come on, be classy. We don't use those words around here. Call him the Richard.
Well, his name's not Richard.
Dick is short for Richard.
Well, in this case, I looked it up, and it's really not. I guess Dick is his actual name. It's on his birth certificate. Probably his mother and father, I don't know. Maybe they weren't too fond of having a child. And now this massive man, Carter, just throttling Gorilla Cruz. Things aren't looking very good for our champion here, folks. This guy, Carter, I don't think I've ever seen him in the ring. Have you seen Carter in any of the feds that you're in? This guy is huge.
I'm rather familiar with Michael Carter. He is part of the Charm City Players, who is led by Mr. Brandon Ace.
All right. I heard that
and
we were...
Oh, SPJ, who put the freaking medicine in your pudding? The stream is still going.
You're gonna have to, we just hired on Nicole to take care of things, and we're having nothing but issues tonight. I don't know if it's Nicole's fault or not, but she certainly has her work cut out for her tonight, and there's a huge knee to the face of Cruz. Carter is just... How big is this guy? He's a whole head taller than Gorilla Cruz. Look at him.
If I didn't know better, I think he's like 6'11" at least.
Something. Whoa, Cruz winds up for a headbutt, misses everything, then grabs Carter for a German, and then a clothesline. We've seen him hit that, but he just clotheslines this massive man, Carter, and sends him flipping for a loop. Gorilla Cruz's sister, Christine, standing on the outside, sort of watching on. She's yet to make her first in-ring appearance here in HWA. But she is definitely a force, too. Look at the build on that young lady.
I mean, it's been a while since I've seen actual women's action here in HWA, since the former general manager at one point discontinued the women's division and the Women's Hardcore Championship was vacated.
Now, there have been some matches here in the re-up. We've seen some classic matches between Crystal Frost and Tatum here.
Well, Crystal Frost doesn't count, okay.
We've seen the Dragon Queen, Fiona, in action. We've seen Thorn. We've had a good amount of action here from the women's division. After a spear, he spears him, and Gorilla Cruz picks up a win. What a win for our champion, and he's going to move on to the next round. Look at the power of Gorilla Cruz. He takes this Mykal Carter all the way to Ape City. Is that last spear of the night. We see right there a couple looks at it. Gorilla Cruz having a very fruitful amateur football and collegiate football career before he ended up blowing out his knee. You see he still has that knee brace on. And this boy, he can hit. He was defensive end of the year for, what was it, 3 years in a row through college?
What university?
You see the spear. Oh, we'll get into that after, as now Nick Bruiser runs to the ring and he's going after Cruz. He's got Cruz a military press over his head and slams him down. Nick Bruiser is here, folks. He's taking it to Gorilla.
Look at Christine. She's freaking out.
She is. She's trying to help her brother, but having very little effect. She is freaking out, trying to get some help in there or something. Gorilla just had a grueling one-on-one match with that monster Carter.
And look, she tried to get involved with Bruiser, tried to take him down, but of course, he's just way stronger and tougher than she is.
It just didn't work out at all for her. As now Cruz tips Bruiser over. He's on the apron, and Cruz spears him like sacking the quarterback. Gorilla Cruz, our champion here, taking it to this intruder, basically. Let's get this mess cleared up here so we can move on with the next match. Get these guys out of here.
Well, of course, Nick Bruiser screw up such a simple task that O'Connor gave.
All right, take your headpiece out now. I don't need to talk to you while you're standing ringside here. That's how he's doing it. He's got a mobile device. Somehow he's got a Bluetooth headset that's allowing him to tap on from wherever the heck he wants to now. We got to figure out if we can change frequencies or something so we don't get clearance on the damn headset with us while he's sitting there ringside. Now this match here tonight we have going on, Ryan Steele taking on Drey Havikk. This is a grudge match of sorts. These two men definitely no love lost. We saw the one-on-one match in an earlier episode, episode 3 or 4, I believe, where Drey Havikk actually picked up the singles win against this man, Ryan Steele. And after the match, it looked like Steele was going to congratulate him, reach out for a handshake. And when Drey sort of got suckered into it, we saw the boot below the belt delivered by Ryan Steele. Kind of a sore loser. Both have been talking a little smack, and then you see the frustrations in the match for Ryan Steele when he decided to take a chair from Mr. Townsend and use that to smash the head wide open on Longhorn Jim. And it has since been announced that Jim's career is over. He can no longer compete in any federation with the cracked skull. Just it's never going to heal properly. What we got here, we got Drey Havikk sizing up. What's he going to do? He's looking back and forth. Springs off one rope and dives through. A suicide dive here, taking out Ryan Steele right down here in front of us. I thought they were going to come clean across the table. Ryan Steele doing his best to fight back. A couple stiff shots now and runs in sort of a bulldog arm breaker variant there onto Drey Havikk, and now slamming him through the floor. Get this back in the ring. Oh, goes for that outside crescent kick. Havikk saw it coming, catches the foot. So far, this match is all Drey Havikk, folks. Continuing the punishment on the outside. Havikk again, 2 times in a row, bashing the face and body of Ryan Steele off that steel post. Just throwing him back and forth. This is a time here while I sort of wish that Mr. Townsend had his earpiece in so I could hear him whining about his guy getting just throttled here right now. Now we got Steele trying to mount some sort of comeback here. Gets Havikk back in the ring where he probably feels it's a little bit safer for himself. Havikk, a flurry, couple clotheslines, and then a foot sweep. Gets Steele back down on his back where he belongs. Havikk up top now. What's he going to do? He's perched up there. There's a front flip into a leg drop. What a move by Drey Havikk. This could be all she wrote for Mr. Steele, but no, he kicks out. Drey Havikk is just relentless here so far tonight. Could be making a mistake now. He's up posturing on the rope, taunting to the crowd. Drey throws him through. We saw this once before. We know what's coming. He's going to do it again. Here's that suicide dive. Oh, he changes it up for us. Does a little flip there to show off. Mr. Steele is not having a very good night at all. As Drey Havikk continues to put the pressure on, throwing him all over this side of the arena here tonight. Steele just can't get anything going. This could be very well the only match in this King of the Ring tournament for basically one of the favorites to win it here. It's looking like Steele might be a bit of a choke artist. Chance to move forward in this King of the Ring tournament, and he is just getting pummeled. Havikk now with a bat. To check the rules to see if that's legal in this match, but the referee, I don't know if he either didn't see the bat or maybe it's not a disqualification here in whatever this match type is. I thought it was just a singles match, but it's looking pretty dang hardcore to me. Ryan Steele gets things back in the ring here. Havikk back on the attack, putting Steele right back on his back. Ryan Steele whipping Havikk into that corner, picking him up, hanging him upside down, a little tree of woe action. What's he going to do with him? Steele over in the corner having a couple words with Mr. Townsend. He's going up top. What's he thinking about doing here? He dives coast to coast. The boots to the face of Drey Havikk. What a move. That's what? A 13-foot jump or something across the ring here. That could be the offensive break that Ryan Steele needs to get back in this match. It had been a tough go. What a move. Canadian Destroyer style there for Ryan Steele in just a 2 count. Couple big moves here for Steele, trying to turn the tides in this one. Up until this point, Havikk had been just dominating this match. And there we go. Good night, Irene. This has got to be 3. There's 1. And oh, Steele kicks out. Somehow Ryan Steele just shrugs that one off, kicks out of it, and he is back in the fight still. Definitely thought that was going to be it for Steele here. Steele on the apron, or Havikk on the apron. Ryan Steele trips him up, brings him back outside here in front of the crowd. Steele just standing there, taunting and having some words with Havikk. I'm not sure what he was saying, but now they get back in the ring here. Drey's got Steele perched up. He throws him out again. And what is going on? Can we see that suicide dive yet one more time? There's a third time tonight. Third time tonight. Drey Havikk hits that amazing suicide dive onto Ryan Steele. Steele still continuing to fight back. And there's that kick, booting the head off the shoulders of Drey Havikk. He's got him in sort of a crossface. You see Drey trying to fight out of it. Referee looking close. He's not moving at all here. Making no headway, but now grabs the hand and he brings breaks free of that crossface. Things didn't look so good for Drey right there, but somehow able to get out of that hold, avoid being submitted here. And just a 2 count. Drey Havikk almost picks up the win. New Breed Universe, thank you for checking in here tonight. Glad you could make it to this beginning of our King of the Ring tournament here. Drey Havikk has Ryan Steele perched up together on that top rope and flips off the top together, crashing down. That's going to do damage to both of them. I don't know if the risk was worth the reward, but we'll find out as Havikk goes for a pin. 2, and Steele kicks out again. Little bit of a marathon match here in this one. Both men just giving everything they have here. Drey goes for a kick. Block. Tries to go for a clothesline, and Steele has his clothesline blocked. Ryan dives over, leaps over the top rope, comes in with a float over neck breaker here. Now he's got Drey in that crossface again. Locked in deep. If he can crawl backwards, he can catch his foot on the rope, but no, Drey Havikk taps out. Havikk taps out. Ryan Steele picks up the win. Submission victory here for Ryan Steele. I don't know if I've seen him come up with a submission win yet in HWA, but apparently he's added that to his arsenal. Comes out of nowhere and he locks it up tight on the Drey Havikk. Ryan Steele will advance to the next round of this King of the Ring tournament. And speaking of the King of the Ring tournament, we've got New Breed Universe on here. The New Breed Universe actually responsible for designing our King of the Ring arena. So thank you to New Breed there. You look at Ryan Steele. Wins a very, very hard-fought matchup here with Drey Havikk. And thank God Mr. Townsend gets to stay down at ringside. Next matchup in this King of the Ring qualifying tournament, we've got Mykal Blaze taking on another member of the Townsend Enterprises. This is Jacob Cole. This should be another very exciting match. Both men very highly skilled. I don't think that anyone really can compete with both. Basically in baseball, Mykal Blaze would be what you would call a 5-tool player. I mean, he can really do everything. He's a pretty good sized guy. He's got good size, good strength. He's one of the quicker guys too, especially for his size. Very athletic. I guess if you compare him to, you know, a star in like sort of the more mainstream federations, you compare him to maybe like a Kenny Omega type. For those of you that, you know, watch those shows, E-Fed shows, way more exciting, but you know, to each his own, I guess. Jacob Cole trying to kick Mykal Blaze here in the breadbasket. Blaze blocks that one, but eats a foot anyways as Jacob Cole takes him down. See on the bottom of the screen, you can see the bright, shiny blue and black hair of our women's champion, Crystal Frost, the partner and, apparently, again, girlfriend of Mykal Blaze here. And then up in the other side of the ring in Jacob Cole's corner, we've got Mr. Townsend with his girlfriend, Victoria Emerson. Cole with a nasty clothesline, and he's looking to go up top. Springs up there, perched in, delivers a beautiful frog splash down on the plate. Little Blaze just pops right back up. We thought that he hit everything with that frog splash, but apparently not. Blaze clotheslines Cole out of the ring and then dives. He doesn't just go through the second rope. He dives right up and over everything. We talked about that athletic ability. What's this? Townsend is getting in the face of Mykal Blaze, apparently trying to give his man Jacob Cole a second to catch his breath. Say what you will about Townsend over here, but he's definitely always trying to do something to help his clients win. I don't know if it's caring about his talent or just caring about his paycheck, but regardless, he is there doing his part, apparently. In 2 count, Jacob Cole going for a pin on Mykal Blaze. Comes up with 2, but that's it. Blaze with a pop-up dropkick uses the body of Jacob Cole and pushes off on his shoulders to deliver a kick to the face. Very athletic but disrespectful move here in the arsenal of Mykal Blaze. Townsend up there just fired up. I don't know if he's liking what he's seeing or he's not, but he is pumped up there in the top left screen, cheering things on. Two count. Blaze couldn't believe it. Uh-oh, he knows what's coming here. The Blaze Cutter, he's winding up for it. And delivers it. That's it. Not many men get up after that. 2, and here's the 3. No! Jacob Cole kicks out of it. Blaze thought that his night was over. Apparently Jacob Cole a little too tough still at this point as he shakes off that Blaze Cutter. And now he's coming back with some offense of his own. Seeing a lot of very unique moves here as of late in the HWA. Stuff that, I don't know if people are just inventing things on the fly or not, but I'm going to have to get an encyclopedia of wrestling moves and study up on it, because these guys are coming up with some pretty creative stuff here lately. Nothing too flashy about that. A little fireman's carry. Throws him over his shoulder. Let's see what Jacob Cole has in store for Blaze now as he's waiting, sizing him up. Swings him down into a crossface. He's got it locked in. We saw Steele tap out Drey Havikk with that move earlier. Mykal Blaze not going for it though as he kicks out of it. It looked like Mykal Blaze just spit down here onto Jacob Cole. Gonna have to rewind the show and check that out. It looked like he spit on Cole from inside the ring. And now here's that Blaze Cutter again. This one's gotta be it. 2 Blaze Cutters. Your night is over, and there it is. Mykal Blaze picks up a win. His former tag team partner could not beat Ryan Steele, but at least he picks himself up a win, and he will advance to the next round. Look at that move here. Mykal Blaze just leaping over that top rope and twisting his body, crashing down on the outside onto Jacob Cole. What a match here. Very entertaining. That is definitely for sure. Mr. Townsend not very pleased with what he saw. It looks like is he yelling up there on the top of the screen, yelling at Jacob Cole perhaps? Actually, no, it looks more like he's yelling at a fan. Yelling at one of the fans that are cheering on Mykal Blaze. That one's over, which means you're probably going to have to hear from Clearance again.
Well, got one person in, I guess.
Well, 1 for 2. You're batting 500. That's a pretty damn good batting average.
Well, baseball's a poor people's sport. I don't watch it. Maybe, like, rich people like me, we like watching croquet tournaments. I mean, we'll just tell you that.
Croquet tournaments, huh?
Yes, you know.
Is that the game with the little sticks where you swing and you hit the balls on the ground?
Yes, and it's classy.
Nothing classy to me about being thrown off a horse and landing in dog crap where you have your Sunday's best on. Or horse meat. So do you actually play that sport, or you just sit back and watch?
Well, I have a lot of money invested into a horse. I don't actually race it. I have a person who does that for me because, you know, who wants to get cow dung and horse dung or whatever all over them?
That's true. Rich people like you probably bet on which rider's going to get the most poop on them throughout the night. Wouldn't surprise you one bit.
Well, you wouldn't believe how much money I'm from that.
You look at Drey Jeter with that light heavyweight championship, holding it proudly. Jeter still hasn't lost a match since he picked up that title.
1 second, I'm getting myself a phone call from one of my clients. I'll be right back.
You take your time. No rush. Our light heavyweight champion takes on the #1 contender of the heavyweight championship. This is King Kareem. I don't know how he drew King Kareem in round 1. And look up in the top corner of the screen. We saw him earlier. That's Nick Bruiser over there with Aaron O'Connor. And along with them is that monster of a man, Mr. Morocco, I believe he's called. We saw him last show just destroying his opponent, knocking him unconscious with headbutts. Drey Jeter delivered a European uppercut there, but apparently it looked like Kareem might have been a little too tall. He didn't size him up properly, and it looked like the right hook, that uppercut, barely able to catch Kareem in the chin. Had basically no effect on him at all here. Drey Jeter just still taking it to him despite that little shortcoming. Now, we've seen Drey throughout his long and illustrious career take out men, over double his size and weight. So he's never shied from a fight like this, some men would be, considered to be a long shot. And, Trey Jeter, he actually always seems to rise to the occasion and able to beat these much bigger men. So, Trey in this one, probably considered a favorite. I mean, I'm not a betting man, but they might have the odds in Vegas in the favor of Trey Jeter winning here tonight. Matter of fact, Townsend's phone call may even be one of his bookies. Trying to do my best to watch the match, but it looks like up in the Konnor Incorporated corner, there's a whole lot of bodies shuffling around. I'm not sure what they're up to, but they're sort of chatting away. Looks like they're almost plotting. In the ring, Trey Jeter still trying to do the best he can against this much larger opponent here, King Kareem. Kareem picks him up and slams him down. Kareem going for a pin. Jeter kicks out of it. King Kareem trying to do his best to wear Jeter down here. Do well to keep him grounded. Jeter, he's got those feet moving now, delivering clotheslines. A single leg drop kick. We've seen that combo a lot through the years. He spins around, delivers that sliding kick to the face. Gets Kareem back up, and what's Bruiser's up on the apron now. Nick Bruiser's got Trey Jeter. Bruiser just slamming Trey up and down, and now Mr. Morocco throwing Trey Jeter out of the ring. All hell is broken loose, and now Bruiser just delivering headbutts to the skull of Jeter and a kendo stick. Ring the damn bell. These guys aren't even part of this match. Mr. Morocco just slamming Trey over and over with that kendo stick, and there's the bell. Finally, Trey Jeter, the winner of that match because of disqualification, but did he really win? Is now Trey is just laid out in front of us here. I know the camera's off, but security finally able to break that up. And now medical staff is looking over Trey Jeter here, and oh, there we go. Trey Jeter is back to his feet, folks. He's being helped out of here on his 2 feet, but he's got his arms draped around the medical team helping him out of the arena. Now we have to keep an eye on that. Trey Jeter earns himself a spot to move on to the next round. But, will he be able to? He was tossed around and slammed pretty well throughout that one. And then those nasty kendo shots from such a massive man as Mr. Morocco. You have to keep an eye on that. We could have possibly lost 2 competitors within as many weeks here in the HWA. Trey Jeter just was destroyed here tonight, folks. But, kept this one under an hour, well under an hour for you all. So hopefully everyone had a chance to sit back and watch this whole episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. We are going to try to get more of this King of the Ring tournament taken care of very shortly. So make sure you keep an eye on that. Look at the page. Follow along. And thank you to all of you who came by tonight, checked in, and enjoyed the show. We are going to end the airing here. We had quite a bit of technical difficulties here tonight, folks. So I apologize for all that. It's Nicole's first week on the show, and she's still kind of trying to learn the systems, so don't hold it against her or us. Totally. We'll get things taken care of real shortly for you all. On behalf of the whole hybrid universe in the Forged in Pain Network territory, this is Stephen Benoit Jericho. Have a good night. Make sure you super kick that like button and subscribe.